So you have about 1,800 to 2,000 ringgit and you want to build a brand new PC and you want to make sure that you can play games like Overwatch, Battlefield, Counter-Strike Go, Dota 2 and stuff, and you want to make sure that you have a lot of room for upgrades in the future, you gotta check out this video. Alright, now first up we have the ASUS motherboard, which is the H110M-K motherboard, which supports the current generation of processors, which is the Kabylake processors. Now all you have to do is just do one quick flash on the BIOS and you're pretty much good to go. And our choice of graphics card was the ZOTAC GTX 1050 Mini. Now with budget in mind, we selected the FSP HEXA Plus 450W PSU, which is pretty much adequate to support the entire PC build. And in terms of value for money, nothing beats the APACER 120GB SSD. And of course, our processor of choice, which is the Intel G4560, which runs at 3.5 GHz with dual core and 4 threads. There are two stuff that we didn't actually include in this video, which was the RAM, which we actually use a single 8GB RAM from G.SKILL, which is the AEGIS DDR4 that runs at 2133 MHz, and of course our M.ATX case from TECWARE. Now you've seen the specs, let's go check out some benchmarks. And before we get into business, here are some quick rundowns on the whole entire specs and the temperatures and stuff like that. Now bear in mind, we didn't actually use any form of additional third-party coolers, so everything was on stock. First things first, we ran a Cinebench test just to see how much can this CPU score, and the scores were pretty impressive. We got about 364, and given the fact that it's a dual core and 4 thread, that is pretty damn good. Now running at 1080p, we ran a simple Unigine Heaven benchmark test and we scored 1544 with an average frames per second of 61 on this dual core animal. And with very mixed expectations, we ran Dota 2 with low to medium settings and we managed to score approximately 95 frames per second on average with absolutely no lag or stutter. Now tell me who does not like a little bit of Counter-Strike Go in their PC. We ran Counter-Strike Go with medium settings and we scored a whopping 115 frames per second, and honestly, if you were to bump it up to high settings, you'll get at least 70 to 80 frames per second, which is still pretty damn good. And of course, we decided to put Overwatch to a test at medium to high settings, and it was quite expected that we wouldn't actually get as much frames as Counter-Strike Go or Dota 2, given the fact that there is more GPU work required for Overwatch. And we scored about 60 to 67 frames per second on average, and hey, I'm not complaining at all. Now here's a breakdown of all the parts that we use for this PC build. Now bear in mind that everything is brand new, fresh from the store, so you're pretty much getting something sealed in the box. Now I'm going to leave some links in the description section below for you to check out where you can actually get those parts from. Now we got all our parts specifically from eTech PC, so I recommend you head over there. Head over to their online store, not their physical store, if you want to save time and petrol and stuff. Now we spent overall about 1,783 ringgit. Now if you have some additional money, you can actually chip in 200 ringgit and you can get yourself an additional hard drive of 1 terabyte. And that's what, 2,000 ringgit for something that gives you a lot of performance. Alright guys, that's all I have for this video. Do not forget to give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button as well, because that's going to be awesome. And of course, if you dislike this video, leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know why. If any comments, suggestions, criticisms. Now, if you do not want to be named publicly, you can email me at mygamebestgiller@gmail.com. It simply means playing games are awesome, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.